Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Q News. I'm Hani Saif, and we'll be bringing you the latest regional and international developments. Here are the top stories making headlines this hour. Egypt has dispatched its 74th aid convoy under the Zed al-Izza Provision of Honor from Egypt to Gaza initiative, from Rafah to Gaza via Kerem al-Salem border crossing. The convoy delivered urgent winter food and fuel supplies to Gaza. The shipment also includes over 88,000 blankets, 36,000 winter clothing items, 4,645 tents, and around 9,200 tons of aid, including food baskets, flour, medical supplies, and 1,400 tons of fuel. Since July 27, the convoys have delivered hundreds of thousands of tons of assistance. With 35,000 volunteers, the Red Crescent continues coordinating aid from the Egyptian side of Rafah without interruption. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati and Jordanian Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi have discussed ongoing coordination on Palestine and efforts to consolidate the Sharm El-Sheikh peace agreement. Both stressed full implementation of its political, humanitarian and development pillars to advance Palestinian statehood on the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as the capital. They reviewed UN Security Council deliberations on Gaza and the planned stabilization force and discussed preparations for the International Conference on Gaza Reconstruction, reaffirming continued Egyptian-Jordanian coordination for regional peace and stability. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will visit the White House tomorrow for talks with U.S. President Donald Trump aimed at reinforcing decades-old cooperation in energy and security while expanding ties in trade and technology. Trump seeks to capitalize on Saudi Arabia's $600 billion investment pledge announced during his Riyadh visit, while Riyadh pursues deals in nuclear energy and artificial intelligence under Vision 2030. Securing approval for advanced chip technology is crucial to Saudi AI ambitions, alongside new U.S. energy partnerships beyond oil.
Alignments and big interest, politically, economically, and security.
Iran has reaffirmed its refusal to negotiate on its nuclear program under any pressure. The advisor to the Iranian Supreme Leader, Kamel Kharazi, stated that Tehran will not enter talks with Western powers imposing demands through force or threats of war. He called on the United States to engage in genuine negotiations based on equality, emphasizing Iran's commitment to sovereign decision-making regarding its nuclear activities. Syrian Foreign Minister Asad al-Shibani has described relations with China as strategic and historic, expressing deep appreciation for Beijing's long-standing support for Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity. He reaffirmed the firm commitment of Damascus to the One China principle and its rejection of any attempts to undermine it. Al-Shibani said Syria values China's security concerns, opposes all forms of terrorism, and will not allow its territory to be used against Chinese interests. He welcomed China's development model, expressed interest in joining the Belt and Road Initiative, and thanked Beijing for its support at the UN. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov has said that Moscow views very negatively a proposed U.S. Republican bill that would sanction any country doing business with Russia. The measure, mentioned by President Donald Trump on Sunday, could also extend to Iran, he said. Peskov said Moscow would monitor how the bill evolves and what it entails, but stressed that Russia views it very negatively. These are all the top stories we have for this hour, but stay with us for continuing coverage, analysis and breaking updates from across the region and around the world here on Q News.